Blessed be the name of the Lord. This is Pastor Michael from God is Enough Ministry. I would like to say happy Sunday to you this morning, and I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. You had a Merry Christmas, and I wish you many more in return. And may you celebrate the new year with peace and joy. This morning, I would like to share the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 6 to 26. But before we go into the word, do please join me on YouTube through Pastor Mike TV and also on Facebook, and do please subscribe. The topic for this morning is, to whom will ye liken God? To whom will ye compare God? From the beginning, God enthroned upon the circle of the earth. The people are as grasshoppers that stretches out the heavens as a what? As a curtain, and spread out as tent to dwell in. No one can fathom the indescribable nature, power, and creation of God. The earth is very small. It's a very small stage and lonely speck within the cosmic arena. The earth is very small, and man very little, a little lower than the heavenly beings. Yes, they strive to do what? For greatness and glory. Glory that fades away. Like what? Like flower of the grass. And men themselves are like grass that does what? That withers away. That you can also read in 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 24. Well, man's time and glory in the dot we call earth, is very, very limited. That is, why do nations and or families fight over what? Fight over territories and land. For what? Within the DOT we call earth. The generation of vipers are up for grasp. Due to what? Due to greed, greatness, and glory that are relatively ephemeral. Man must be a fool wanting to own that which does not belong to him. You can see, or can you see, how ignorant man is? Can you see how ignorant man is? The scripture made it clear. Before him, that is before God, all nations are what? Are regarded as worthless. Meaning, less than what? Less than nothing. That you can also read in the book of Isaiah 40, verse 17. Man's ego pushes his desire to want to reach and touch the throne of God, if possible. Man's insatiable desire away from God was the beginning of the end of man. Truly, God is mindful of man in Psalms 8, verse 4 to 6. However, God shows us our limitations despite our glory and achievement. That you can read in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 24. This same 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 24, Peter spoke about the theme of Isaiah's prophecy of perishable nature of flesh and the imperishable nature of God and His Word. God in His Word made us to realize that what? Made us to realize that He is indescribable. He is immeasurable. He is indispensable. He is indestructible. He is insurmountable. And He is unchangeable God. He measured the waters in the hollow of His hands. He held the dust of the earth in a basket. He weighed the mountains on the scale and the hills in a what? In a balance. He is God. He is Almighty Yahweh. Surely, the world is like a drop in a basket, and man lives in it temporarily. So the question now is, why is the big rush? Why the big rush? Therefore, ask God for insatiable hunger for His word. In order to do what? In order to perform according to His will in the DOT we call heart. In the DOT, the dot we call earth. In this dot, meaning the earth, you cannot lose if you do not play. And you cannot win if you do not play. Therefore, you must play sensibly. You are to play sensibly. He rules, that is, the sovereign God, comes with power, and He rules with what? With a mighty hand. And He brings along with Him His rewards. He brings along with Him His reward. Well, brethren, I will stop right here for now until next time when we shall meet again. But do please remember that God is God, and God is absolutely enough for you at all times. And do please stay blessed.
Before you leave, here's what's new at God is Enough Ministry. We see that many of you have questions after viewing our videos. So here is your opportunity to ask your questions regarding any of our topics by sending an email to pastormiketv@gmail.com. Thank you! And as always, please remember to subscribe, like, and share this video with your family and friends. Thank you for watching. See you next week, Sunday.